Hello everyone and welcome to Tricky Tunnels. We're on Southeastern High Speed today. And we're going to do this bit of fun. Just a quick scenario so we can get ready for the whole Southeastern High Speed revamp thingo that's coming up soon. We'll get safety systems turned on. We've got our headlights correctly lit, we've got our wipers going, and we just got to wait for our loading sequence to finish, and then we can be out of here. Wait, why did they close? Oh, it's because I'm going to need brakes. We're open? Yeah, thank you. Text 61016 for the British Transport Police. Is that the only ad we got? Yes, and some of them are backwards. That's brilliant. That's exactly what I needed. Got this train over here, which I don't think there are any AI trains that use this. Oh, are we going? Oh, it's going. Okay. You may be liable to a penalty fare if you travel without a valid ticket or permit to travel. £20 or twice the single fare. I always say this, that's not that much money. Like, if I like dodged the tickets, let's reset the DRA. If I dodged tickets every day for a year, I'd save thousands. So it's not like $20 plus a fare. It's gonna save me anything. They need to have a proper fine that's gonna actually stop them. Actually, that said, we've got quite a lot of ongoing industrial action in Sydney at the moment, which is where I'm from, on the railways, and they've basically just been going on strike, but the general public aren't very happy because, well, understandably they can't get to work or whatever. But the unions have always made it clear that that's not their intention to piss the public off. Their intention is to piss the government off. But people generally didn't believe that, and the state government sort of tried to play it off because the state government doesn't have a brilliant relationship with the unions. So they basically tried to say, look, it's the unions, they're being terrorists. They did say that the unions were actually terrorists. They did say that, and that you gotta watch them. And this unionisation movement is tragic for the economy. Blah blah blah. So the unions have come back and said, right, well, just to really get the public on side, we're going to make our members open the ticket gates and leave them open so you don't have to pay. And they've chosen, they're going to do that for 24 days, so there's effectively 24 days of free travel. But legally you're still obliged to, like, to pay, right? Oh, that bridge doesn't have any texturing underneath it. You're still legally obliged to pay. However, the ticket inspectors are also striking for that 24-day period, so there's literally nothing that they can do, which I think is hilarious. So the government is like in a lose-lose. The rail unions are going to let people through without paying, and they can't make people pay by scare tactics because they don't have anyone to check the payment. So it's quite funny. Banner repeater. Very nice, very nice. And that catenary, which, you know, ends there. That's normal. Nothing to see there. Right, we're approaching Ebbsfleet International. When the power changeover happens, that's why I picked this scenario, because it's a little bit difficult, and because we've got like approach control and power things to deal with and everything. And we got the power changeover. It comes up soon. So we'll go for some considerable power now. Considerable brake actually now. Well, not considerable. We'll go half brake. And now minimum, just to get up to the the S car marker at Ebbsfleet International. And we'll unlock the doors. Set the reverser to neutral. We're going to put that to full brake. Maximum. Now we're going to carefully press the CTRL button. And then the shoes have lifted, so we got an MCB trip. It should be this pantograph that raises when I press the button. There we go. Now I've got to close the MCB again by pressing that, and now we have overhead power. And we can continue our journey to St Pancras. Or St Pancras. Yeah, there's a lot of funky stuff that goes on with this cab signalling. I do like TVM. It's very nice. But being replaced by ETCS in many parts of the world. But I sort of am excited for the new route because we will get access to like these platforms, which should be cool. And so I sort of I kind of do like it in a way. It's just too expensive, and it's frankly a rip-off. Right, can we go? We going? Oh, rerunning via the down line. Yeah, okay. Right, so we've got to cross over. Contact signaller. Proceed at restricted speed. Okay, and I'm just going to check that. Proceed at restricted speed. Normally a shunt signal would pop up there, but we don't have a shunt signal. It doesn't appear. So, right, we'll give it the beans. We'll hope for the best. We got a red zero, triple red zero on the TVM, which means by the next signal block we must have stopped. The next signal block, are we crossing over here? No. Next signal block being quite soon actually, so gonna get some. Right, gotta wait for the signal to change. Okay. Not well, we gotta wait for our cab indication to change. Gonna creep up on it. Got no more AWS via that sign. Right. What's the plan, Stan? Who are we waiting for now? Oh, we're waiting for another train. There's another train? Oh, okay. Right. 80 kilometers an hour. That's what it is. Kilometers. So this is the interesting part of the run. Oh, and he's going on the fast lines, on the through lines maybe. Is he going to stop? Possibly. We could be him when the new game releases. And if you don't know what I'm talking about by the new game, go and look at some of my previous videos on the channel. I have done 2 videos and a live stream basically on Train Sim Mod 3, which was announced. And in summary, my general opinion is I sort of like what they're doing, but it didn't need to be a new game, and more importantly, they're charging too much for it. But I like what they're doing in terms of the new routes, but it shouldn't be that expensive because most of the stuff is like I already own. I'm only actually buying half of the stuff I already own, more or less, which is why I'm frustrated, and they're charging so much for it. But also, in a similar vein, just check the audio. In a similar vein, I fundamentally disagree with some of the things they're using the game to. Like, they're going to try and the dovetail, the game developers, they're trying to force people to buy Train Sim World 3, because there are some parts of some routes for Train Sim World 2, this game that I'm playing now, that are bugged, right? They're bugged. They're not unplayable, but they're less pleasant, and they're bugged, right? They're not game breaking, but things don't work as they should. And a good game developer, like Dovetail has been doing, although not with the highest of efficiency, it must be said, is release patches to fix the bugs. But what they're doing is they're actually going to only release the bug fixes for Train Sim World 3 and the new routes that carry over. So you basically got to buy Train Sim World 3, and then the old routes will be ported over, and then you'll get the bug fixes. But you won't get the bug fixes if you own Train Sim World 2. Also, I think there should be a discount for people who own Train Sim World 2, and I think there should be a discount if you pre-order Standard Edition, but who am I to judge? I'm sort of obligated, hopefully we'll see a change in that. Oh, we got a flashing indication. I'm sort of obligated to get the new game in a way, well, I'm not, like, contractually obliged to anything, but, it's in my interest too, because, you know, I make videos, not for a living. I don't do this, you know, permanently. Right, let's go some breaks. I don't do this, and I make enough to pay off my my interest. Like, I make enough to buy the new routes, right? And not coming out of pocket, if you understand. But where's the next signal? That was the next TBM marker, is that it? Yeah. But yeah, I'm not super keen to support Dovetail. Like, if I didn't make videos, I probably wouldn't get Train Sim World 3 because it's too expensive and I wouldn't be able to pay for it. And I have really no reason to. Train Sim World 2 works fine, but because I make videos and you guys probably want to see my thoughts, I suspect a couple of you guys watching may use my content to guide your decision making about whether you want to buy certain products, and I respect that, so I will endeavour to do to like make a product review, not like a review, but I will endeavour to highlight flaws. That's why if Dovetail offers me like a deal, they'll give me stuff for free. That'll probably come alongside a note that says you can't talk shit about our company, but frankly, if I get a contract that says we'll give you stuff for free but you can't talk bad things about the products, then I would not agree to it, because oh, we crossed over to the main line again. Oh, that was pretty quick. Because, you know, if something's wrong with a route, I'm going to highlight that. I'm not going to go and blow smoke up Dovetail's arse. But if it's a good route, then I'll give it credit for that. Oh, there are good parts to the route, I'll give it credit for that. But if there are bad parts to the route, I will point them out, just so that you lot can make a guided opinion. Because that is one thing that, personally, I really hate, buying something because I didn't have enough knowledge, and then ending up hating it and not being able to get a refund. But this is one of the things that they're trying to iron out, is texturing issues like this, where the catenary run through a bridge, and where this uses high-speed catenary, which is totally inaccurate. And like along here, for example, they've got the C2C lines using the same gantries as HS1, which is completely wrong. They should be separate, and these should have older style network rail catenary, and this should have high-speed standard catenary. But, you know, whatever. It is just so wrong. Got some trucks there. This is the freight connection kind of thing. There's like some. Have we gone past them? Don't think so. There's like some freight connections. Yeah, here you go. So there's one here, and you can like put freight trains onto HS1, for example. And there's like a big freight depot kind of thing. You can just see it in the background. It's not brilliantly modelled, it has to be said. Shut up. Oh, that was. Didn't want to do that. Right. Trip the line. I've lost power. Oh, I've got power back. Okay, good. Right, note to self, don't push W unless you really want bad shit to happen. God, there's trains every, like, 2 minutes. It's got a better timetable than the Bakerloo line for crying out loud. I won't unnecessarily swear. Anyway, back to Train Sim World 3. That's sort of what the whole... well, getting ready for it. Yeah, I want to know your opinions, and a lot of you have left your... opinions. I've got, what, probably in the region of 100 comments all up on my videos on Train Sim World 3. I'll have a look. Let's see. Yeah, I've got actually 150 comments on that one video. Oh, we got flashing. Okay. Let's go Gravesend. 150 comments on the 2 videos and further 4 comments on the live stream. Yeah, go if you haven't watched them, do make sure you go and watch them, because I talk about a lot of the reasons what makes them good future games, possibly, and what makes Train Sim World 3 a fundamentally flawed game as well. So yeah, do really make sure you go and watch that afterwards. I'm going... Oh no, I'm not. I'm going... Are we being held at this speed? We are not being held at this speed. And also, I want to say a very special thank you to... Well, I've got like 94 subs in the last 28 days, which is absolutely insane. Like... I've shot up so many subs, and we've recently passed 1,200, so thank you all very much for that. That really does mean a lot to me. But yeah, so do go watch them. Do also go and do your own research on the product as well, because you know you are the only person who can form your own opinion, and you shouldn't be swayed by, because of course there's going to be bias. Like, I probably have a slight bias towards DTG, if anything, which, you know, you wouldn't believe it when some of the reviews I've been giving this game are very scathing. So yeah, certainly don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't believe everything that comes out of my mouth, or anyone's mouth for that matter. Only you can make a reliably informed decision. But I do encourage you to think about, because it's not only is it worth your money, you've also got to think about, is your money is your money worth it for Dovetail? You know, like, do you agree with Dovetail's practices? If you were an investor, would you invest in Dovetail? Because that's basically what you're saying. By giving them money, you're sort of... No, you're not, but you're basically, like, signing a guarantee with them that they are going to continue to make content for that game, and that the content's going to be good, because it is expensive. And I'm not saying it should be cheap, but I'm not saying it needs to necessarily be that expensive. I could go into the economics and my suspected economics of the game in a lot more detail if you want me to, which I probably will in a whole other video. But yeah, so yeah, it's a hard one, but I will probably buy it. But I have to say, I fundamentally disagree with quite a lot of Dovetail's practices. For the difference in platform height, and I don't think it's worth the money myself. But you know, as I said, it's up to you. You make the decision yourself, and don't let me sway that. Man, do I love Calibri. I'd like to talk to information. Right, and let's get... Oh, we're really early, but we'll get the doors set to locked. I like how there are like the emergency exits that just lead up to the middle of nowhere. There's a big main part here. Stratford International is a bit of a wasted station because, I mean, look at all the space they've got. They've got so much space. There's so much infrastructure going on here. There's like 6 tracks running through and crossovers, and there's the Eurostar line up to their depot that runs straight through the middle. It's like a train spotter's paradise, you know. You can just put a camera up here, although you probably can't. You just like stick a camera here and shoot. And maybe actually plonk the camera a bit. Oh, bollocks. Alright. Well, I'll continue what I was saying. That's a bit of a failure. Yeah, you can continue to put a camera up there and it'd be paradise. But yeah, my parting words. Make your own decision and make sure that's the right decision for you. Consider whether you think what you think Dovetail will do with the money, and whether you agree with that, and whether you agree with Dovetail's practices as a whole. Whether you can actually pay for it, obviously, and yeah, whether your routes, because even if they're really well made routes, and Dovetail's a brilliant company, you know, if you won't play the routes, then there's no point in getting it. But that said, if I were any of you, and I was only interested in one route, I would still buy standard. And I would pre-order it. Because then you got the option of going to them for an extra £10, rather than having to buy them again for another £40 each. And for an extra £10, I think it's worth the flexibility that it provides. Anyway, have a nice day. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe. If you want more information, go back and have a watch of my slightly older videos on Train Sim World 3, and keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled for more videos which are going to come. And I'll do some like, not reactions, but like impressions of the live streams as they occur. So yes, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.